My friends, in case you have just landed here and you have no idea who I am, my name is Chris, otherwise known as the Crazy Grandma. Why am I the Crazy Grandma? Because I have two grandkids that I'm absolutely crazy about. Not just am I crazy about them, but I want to be the most active grandma I could possibly be. I want to run and jump and play with them and go all the way up the top of the big slides and swim with them and do all the fun things. But in order to get there, I had to go through a transformation. I was in perimenopause, gaining weight by the moment, and I just couldn't seem to get a handle on it. So I was just like, what is happening in my body? I felt almost like everything was out of control. And being the person that I am, I made a commitment to my father when he was dying that I would get healthy. So I set a goal to lose 50 pounds in perimenopause before I turned 50. And to get to that goal, I knew I needed to get more active, not move more, eat less, but get more active and figure out what nutrition would support my goals. So I set off on a journey to do that. I took all kinds of classes, not just fitness classes, but nutrition classes and mindset classes, and you name it, I did it. And I figured out a way to get there. So first I started by trying to take a swimming class. Didn't work so well because I was not very coordinated for swimming and I really didn't like the breathing. So then I looked across the pool and I saw a great water fitness class. Thought, that's for me. So I took a lot of water fitness classes and then I got certified to teach water fitness, which kept me super active. So that was all good until COVID hit and a lot of the classes went bye-bye. I was stuck in an 800 square foot apartment because we'd sold our big house. And by the time we went to go buy another house, COVID hit and we couldn't go look at houses. So here we are in this little apartment, but they had a weight room at the apartment and they had a pool that was open. So I was really exercising a lot. I was tracking all my macros, which is great, all good. So by the time I was 50, I hit that 50-pound loss. And I was confident enough to start teaching. And I got certified in barre and I got certified in Pilates. And so all is going great. And then I was on HRT because I was having all these hot flashes and I couldn't stand it. So then that brings us to pretty close to where we are now. I was starting to get a lot of leg cramps. And if you've been with me for any time, you'll know that these leg cramps were driving me crazy, right? And I realized that I needed to change things again. And tracking your macros for 7 years, 6 to 7 years, is a long time. Now, I already pretty much had memorized in my mind how much protein was in everything, and I knew pretty much how much protein I needed, but I really needed to up my fats. Because if you know anything about neuropathy, you need that brain support because it's neurological too. You need to support your brain. So back to classes I went. I took a lot of ketogenic classes. I looked into really lowering my carbs, getting more natural fats and all that good stuff. It really has helped. Okay, I went from 5 episodes a night of leg cramps beyond excruciating to about 1 to 2 a week. Now, are my legs great? Not so much, but they're so much better than they were. I've incorporated a lot more Pilates using a reformer and on the mat Pilates. I have cut back in the amount of classes that I'm teaching just to protect the muscles and the joints in my legs. And I've implemented some self-care. So what have I done? I have been doing reflexology once a week. I go to a great reflexology massage place and do my foot reflexology, and they do the hot stones in there. And so last week I had this giant knob on my leg, I'll call it. What it is, it's a pooling of blood from my varicose veins. So she was able to massage it out and get the blood flowing again. And then I have these, I call them contraptions, but they're leg things that you put on your legs and it blows it up with air. Think of it like a blood pressure cuff. It blows it up and it releases, it blows it up and it releases. And so that has really helped the circulation. And even though I really feel like the old granny, I have my compression socks that I put on, not all the time, but sometimes if they're really bad during the day. And I've changed up my shoes. So I have some really supportive sneakers, and then I have some times I need to switch it up and have an elevated heel. So I've got some sandals with some real good compression on there. And lo and behold, all of this is really working. But the good part about it is that I don't track my macros anymore. My meals are extremely simple, which is hard for a chef because we like to spice things up. As a result, I have lost now almost 35 pounds since September, and it's been so easy because I don't eat a lot of variety. I pretty much keep it simple. So what do I eat? I eat eggs, I eat steak, beef, lamb, a little bit of pork in the form of bacon, lots of eggs. I don't eat a lot of vegetables and I don't eat a lot of fruits. I keep that to a bare minimum, if at all. I do dairy, I do cheese. I don't do liquid dairy unless it's the form of a heavy whipping cream to make a sauce for something. But it's always just really simple. So once a week I make a pot roast, and then I make, like I said, we do a lot of steaks on the grill, a lot of burgers or cheeseburger pie. So if you get my newsletter, you're probably getting some of these recipes already. And I'll link down below in case you want to get the newsletter. It's free, so there's no reason not to. Really, just making these lifestyle changes has been great. So let's talk about what I've had to give up. My walking. I had to give up some of my walking. I used to walk 20,000 steps a day. No joke. Part of that was because I was teaching a lot of water fitness, and part of that was because I was obsessed with making sure that I had enough cardio in there because I do strength train, and I was worried that I wasn't getting enough cardio, even though I prioritize strength training over cardio. So it's been a journey, more of a mental journey than just a physical journey. Whenever we make a change, we have to change our mindset. So if your goal is to be as healthy as you can, as long as you can, if you want that for yourself, you're going to have to make some changes. For me, these changes have been totally worth it. I 100% would do it all over again. And I'm going to continue doing it. And the elimination part was very interesting. The changes in my inflammation levels were huge. I didn't even realize I was so inflamed until everything went down. You'll see these are jeans that I've had for a while, and they're really quite big, but they're super comfortable. I've never been a person that likes really tight clothes, so this is, I like it loose. But it's been something that you can do. It takes all the stress out of everything because you don't have to worry, what am I gonna eat today? What am I gonna eat tomorrow? What are we gonna have for dinner? It's so easy to shop. It's pretty much 2 aisles. Aisle where the eggs are, aisle where the meat is. The rest, I do eat Greek yogurt now again, but the rest is pretty simple. And the crazy part is all of my cravings, since I don't eat sugar, all of my cravings are gone. I don't really even feel hungry sometimes, which is odd, but because your insulin levels aren't going up and down, everything just smooths out. So if you have any questions and you want to talk to me about it, I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. I'm not trying to sell anything. And you might think, I see your videos on teaching bread. Yes, I do. I do teach bread. And the reason I teach it, even though I can't eat it myself, is because if you're going to eat bread, I believe that you should have the healthiest options possible. So I always recommend unbleached and unbrominated flour or 00 flour out of Italy is the best. It's just really expensive. But always go for the quality ingredients, and then you don't have any of those yucky dough conditioners or any of the sugar-laden things that go in the store-bought bread. Look at the ingredients, my friends. If you can stick to single ingredients, your life will be so much easier. That way it'll just fall off. All right, like I said, you have questions, you let me know. I'm here for you. I'm not selling anything, just here to support you. If you did want to purchase something, I have great t-shirts and I have online classes for bread baking. But the rest of it, I'm just here to speak with you and share my journey with you and interview people that may spark some interest for you as well. So be blessed, my friends. My prayer for you is always the same: long and happy life. I'm here for it. Love y'all. Talk soon.